So the best news has come around. We got the brand new DCU Slate. Well, at least some of the projects that are going to be coming in the first chapter called Gods and Monsters. We also know what's going on with The Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, and Blue Beetle from this year. So let's jump into the new DCU Slate.
Welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. I love Marvel, DC, and anime, and if you do too, I hope you enjoy this video.
First of all, Shazam Fury of the Gods, because it doesn't really have any connections to the rest of the characters and what happened before it, it's going to just easily slide right into the new DCU, according to James Gunn. The Flash will be resetting the universe, and it apparently is a really good movie. We'll see what happens. I guess this means Ezra staying as the Flash, but we will see. There's been talks about Zachary Levi staying as Shazam, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Gal Gadot staying as Wonder Woman, and Ezra as the Flash. So we'll see what happens here, and it's going to be interesting. I'm really hoping the Flash movie is good, but at the same time, there's so much going around with it that I'm a little worried. But if James Gunn says it's good, I have a little bit more hopes for it. Blue Beetle apparently goes right into the DCU because of the fact that it takes place after Flash, which resets everything. And Jamie Reyes is here. He's in the new DCU and he's part of it, which is going to be pretty cool. And Aquaman 2 will also take place in the new DCU, so I'm interested to seeing how they incorporate that, how it all connects, and how they explain what's going on. I'm kind of hoping that Jason Momoa comes back after that movie with the hook arm. I think that would be pretty cool, and it would probably fit Jason Momoa a lot. I thought he was going to be cast as Lobo, but maybe it's more of a badass Aquaman that's actually happening. So let's jump into who the new DCU projects are going to be. Starting off with the first movie in Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, is a literal monster show. It's an animated project called Creature Commandos. This is interesting because we're going to get some of the weird monster type characters for the DC universe. This will be set in present day, following Amanda Waller creating a Black Ops team out of monstrous prisoners. Diesel's in it, Rick Flag Sr., so it's gonna be cool to see what's going on in this animated series. Also, James Gunn already has 7 episodes written himself, so I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Also, just having a DC animated live action interconnected universe is gonna be cool itself, because that way you can explore more stuff, kind of get weird and wacky with animated stuff, and then bring them into live action for a bigger movie, or have cameos in like series or something along those lines. Then we got the Amanda Waller series that's coming out, which has members from Peacemaker, which means all those characters are coming back, and apparently this takes place in between Peacemaker Season 2. So that means we are getting a Peacemaker Season 2 as well still, which is going to be freaking fantastic. This is being written by Crystal Henry and Jeremy Carver, who wrote Watchmen and Doom Patrol. So the Doom Patrol writer is coming back for an Amanda Waller series, which is pretty cool. Then, of course, we got the Superman Legacy Project, where we're going to be seeing Superman in his early days, written by James Gunn. I think this is great. We're not going to have another origin, thank God. It's going to already show him as Superman and Clark Kent, which is going to be great. Seeing him becoming that Superman 2 is going to be really cool, rather than seeing him slowly learn about his powers and grow up. He's already there, and we're just going to be seeing him learning to become that hero. Learning how to balance both his lives, and I think that's going to be really cool to see. And that is set to drop July 11th, 2025, which means we are getting that, Kang Dynasty, Fantastic Four, and the Batman 2 all in the same year, which is going to be one hell of a year for superhero projects. Then we got the Lantern series, which is going to be following John Stewart and Hal Jordan with other Lanterns. It's like a True Detective series, like James Gunn said. However, I thought this was originally going to be the project they've been working on for years of Green Lantern stuff. However, it's replacing the Green Lantern Corps series they were making with this one. So yet again, that series gets bites the dust, and we got a brand new series to talk about. I'm excited though. I've been waiting for something good for Green Lantern for so goddamn long. To finally have like a TV series based around these characters where we can really explore the universe is gonna be really freaking cool. Then we got the Authority movie, which is based off the Wildstorm characters from the comics. However, I don't know much about these characters. I saw some of them in the New 52 while reading it, but honestly, zero clue what's going on here, and I'm really looking forward to finding out more about them, especially because this is gonna be a passion project for James Gunn. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be interesting because James Gunn says that these characters believe that you can't fix the world in an easy manner, but they can do it by their own hands. So it's probably going to get very dark with these characters doing questionable things that heroes normally wouldn't do. Then we got the Paradise Lost series, which is going to take place in the past before Diana, and it's going to have a Game of Thrones-esque feeling to it. So I'm intrigued to see what happens here. The name of the TV show is based off a Wonder Woman comic, which really dealt with Wonder Woman in a lot. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen during it. But it will be interesting to find out more about the Amazons in Themyscira before Diana was born. And I'm sure by the end of it, Diana probably will get born, and it'll be something set in the past, of course. So I'm intrigued to see what happens. I'm not as anticipated for this project as some of the other ones, but hey, it's still pretty cool to learn more about the Amazons. I'm sure we'll learn more about the Greek gods as well. Then we have my most anticipated project, which is based off the Grant Morrison run of Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I cannot wait for this because it is going to be awesome. We have Batman and Robin finally on the big screen. However, it's Damian Wayne. We got the little shit on screen who's going to be causing a little bit of mayhem as he learns to be Robin and be with his father after being trained to be an assassin. Plus, on top of everything, that also means we have Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin in this universe, also Batgirl, because if Damian's here, all these characters are already established. He's already gone through all his Robins. He's already gone through all his other side characters. They're out in the world doing their own thing, meaning we'll probably get Nightwing in Bloodhaven, maybe Red Robin with the Teen Titans, and then Red Hood being Red Hood out there. And I'm very interested to learning more about these characters, having these separate characters already developed, because we don't need an origin movie and we can already have them and finally have movies for these characters that we've been waiting for so goddamn long to have. I'm super excited to see more of the Bat Fam, see them come out, and I want to see the Bat Fam on screen together, all of them. One giant Batman movie would be sick with all the Robins getting together with Batman teaming up to fight something. I'm really excited because this just sets a whole world of possibilities. The only disappointing part is the fact that if Superman's in his early days and Batman already has Damian, we probably won't ever get a Super Son story.
Editor Antonio here. We just found out that Peter Safran also said that there's obviously going to be other members of the extended Bat family in this movie because they feel like they've been left out for way too long. So we are going to be getting more Bat fam in the movie as well, which does make sense with a Batman and Robin movie.
Then we finally got a Booster Gold series. A lot of people have been asking for Booster Gold for a very long time. We finally got him in Legends of Tomorrow, and then that got canceled. So it's gonna be cool to finally have Booster Gold have his own series because he's a fun character. Maybe we'll see Blue Beetle. It's gonna be cool to see this guy who's from the future, who wants to be famous, comes down to the past to be a famous superhero, and then kind of fumble his way through everything, because that's what he does. I'm looking forward to it. Booster Gold's a great character. It's gonna be cool to see some time travel and see what he gets up to in present day. My second most anticipated project, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I really like the Supergirl character. I really like the Supergirl show, even with its rough times. But like this comic, I've heard really good things about it. I'm gonna read it personally myself. I just haven't gotten to it yet, and I cannot wait. Supergirl is a great character, and it's interesting that we're getting both Superman and Supergirl in the first chapter, which is great too, because we are finally getting Supergirl in the DCU, not counting the Flash movie, of course. Something that's a little different, and I'm kind of wondering if they're going to keep the same actress from the Flash movie, or if it's going to be a different actress, especially because I think the Flash one's from a different Earth. So I'm very intrigued to see what happens. I'm really looking forward to the new DC slate, especially with projects like Supergirl, Superman, and Batman. And I'm actually surprised Wonder Woman and the Aquaman aren't in this. And then last but not least, we're getting a Swamp Thing movie, which I think is going to be freaking sick, because we're going to be getting the dark origins of the Swamp Thing, and it's going to be really interesting, because we got the TV series, which apparently a lot of people loved. I think I only watched episode 1. I want to watch the rest, but I never got around to it. And a lot of people wanted another Swamp Thing project, and we're finally getting it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Some mystical darkness that's going to be going on during this, and a lot of stuff could be set up during this, because the Swamp Thing is a very powerful character connected to the Green. Maybe we'll meet other mystical creatures and maybe eventually lead into a Justice League Dark, because he was part of at least one of the teams. So I'm very intrigued. This whole new DCU has sets up a bunch of weird characters, which is typical James Gunn, but also this is only some of the projects for Chapter 1, which means there's still a bunch more he hasn't announced yet, because they have 8 to 10 years planned out. Well, just imagine the amount of stuff. Maybe we'll get a Wally West series for The Flash. Maybe we'll get Donna Troy. Maybe we'll get Titans, Teen Titans, Justice League Dark, Justice Society of America. Like, there's so many different characters we could get. Hopefully not going to do any more origin stories and just kind of introduce the character. And if we need to know something about their past, we'll get flashbacks. Because I really want to learn more about this universe. And they don't need to play catch up with Marvel. They can start where they are. But I do want to see a lot of the DC characters we haven't seen yet. We've seen Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman so many times now that I think it's time to start shedding spotlight on some of the other characters we haven't seen as much. There are a lot of characters in the DC universe. I was really hoping for a Green Arrow and Black Canary project. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, but maybe that's still coming. I would love a Teen Titans series. We have Titans, but I want a Teen Titans series. I think that would be really cool. Follow Red Robin, Cassie Sandmark, Connor Kent, and bring those characters into the fold. And I think it would be really cool. Honestly, there's so much they could do with this new DCU, and especially if they're going with Batman and Damian, there's just so many more moments we could be getting soon. And I'm looking forward to all these movies finally coming out, seeing how good they are, how bad they are, and if DC really will change. What do you think of the new DCU slate? Let me know down in the comments. What's your most anticipated project out of the ones they told us today? And which projects do you hope they announce in the future? And if you like DC content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot, and I'll be talking about all the DC movies and shows as they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.